Hello, in this quick tutorial I wanted to show you how easily you can apply pictures of your pets into Old Masters Old Painting Pet Portrait templates. So I created these for you. There's a selection, 15 different portraits, and make sure you photograph your pet at the right angle and in the right light. Sometimes when you can see on a picture the light is coming from this side, from the left side, and for example here, yes, we got the light in the right direction. However, if you have a problem with that, you go into image rotation and flip horizontally, and that would be light coming from the right then, but we haven't got, in this case it's all correct. We're going to choose the lasso tool and we're going to go all around the head and a little bit of chest because we don't know how much we need exactly. So go generously around, just roughly, and use your move tool to drag it all the way to your image. So now Control T or transform tool, and we're going to drag one of the corners diagonally to extend to make the head bigger. It is a bit tricky to see here. I'm just going to tick yes, and I'm going to bring opacity halfway down, so in that case I can see where I want this head to be. And again, press Control T to change the size, and now I can see what's happening underneath where I want this to be exactly. So around, is that size right? That's the size I'm happy with, and I'm just gonna press yes. And let's apply clipping mask. So if you're not sure how the clipping mask works, make sure it's selected on that white area, and we're going to go between white and black brush. So we're going to choose black brush on 100% opacity and just delete roughly the area we don't want. We can bring opacity here a little bit higher so we can see a bit more what's going on. Let's bring it closer and let's get into deleting. So the trick here is to make it look really nicely blended, not like a cut paste. So make it look like it's really been painted by the artist. And we're just taking off here, and we want definitely that beautiful necklace to show ever so gently. And I'm not cutting right into the pet's fur, just going around. And I'll show you very soon the next step. So it looks like a neck. I know it was at a different angle. So at this point, we're going to bring opacity to around 84. And we're going to change our brush opacity to around 20. And that way we're going to go closer to that fur. We're going to more and more get rid of that white area. Bigger brush. And don't worry, it takes too much. It will look more blended. So we want to definitely get rid of this white sort of background that the dog had. And in the ideal world would be if you photograph your pet roughly on the background color that was similar to what you want to achieve. Let's bring that opacity a little higher, about 40ish, and just very gently I am cutting in there. Masking is a very good way doing it because you can always come back if you made a mistake. So if I went too far, I'm going back into white brush, and it depends what sort of strength I want. I can bring it back and go back to black. That's definitely too much here. Okay, so that's the first phase of this edit. Now we're going to copy this layer, drag it down to plus, but we need to get rid of this clipping mask. So I'm only clicking on a clipping mask and bringing it to the bin. Apply. And we're going to create new clipping mask and Control I to inverse. Now this layer, bring it all the way up to 100. So what we're doing here, we're trying to bring those details and greater visibility. So white brush, and we're going to reveal 100% opacity. There's so many things to remember. And just bring back the nose, the crown, the eyes, all the areas that you want to be a little bit more lively, because we have really decreased anything that is kind of closer to you, and eyes and mouth and nose we want to be visible. So this is how it looks like. You can work back and forth with it, or you can just leave it at that. And there's one more step you can do. I have included the texture, and just drag it over. It will be in this orientation, so Control T to transform. Just drag it over, and you might use the Shift key, depends what Photoshop model you have. Enter. It doesn't matter if the texture is kind of stretched out, and you can use different mode, which is either soft light or overlay. They are very similar. In overlay, I think you can see a little bit more detail of that texture. You can see it has been blended quite nicely. That's the final result. You can always go back to this layer, and on a very small opacity, let's say 30, just blend it a little bit more, or even on a 10, so it gives that dreamy look. So all there's left to do is a layer, flatten image, and with a crop tool make the shape of your picture, give it a desired crop, and voila, that's your Royal Pet Oil Master Old Painting ready. I hope you enjoy that. Please let me know if you have any questions, and the links into the templates will be down below. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye!